Top 10 Facts about the World's Weirdest Volcanoes. Volcanoes are amazing portals to the hot, living interior of the Earth, but they're also dangerous. Even smallish ones can have a global impact. There are more than 500 active volcanoes in the world. More than half of these volcanoes are part of the Ring of Fire, a region that encircles the Pacific Ocean. More than 80% of the Earth's surface is volcanic in origin. The sea floor and some mountains were formed by countless volcanic eruptions. Gaseous emissions from volcano formed the Earth's atmosphere. Here are some explosive facts about volcanoes. Hi. Welcome to Hana Fact. Want some volcano facts? Here are 10 interesting facts about volcanoes. Some of these facts you'll know, and others may surprise you. Whatever the case, volcanoes are amazing features of nature that demand our respect. 1. Volcanologists continuously keep tabs on volcanic activity all over the world. One of the many initiatives tracking potentially dangerous activity is the Global Volcanism Program of the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History. It also puts out a weekly report in conjunction with the USGS that features a map. The International Association of Volcanology and Chemistry of the Earth's interior, ERUPTION, especially monitors the so-called decade volcanoes, 16 volcanoes that are potentially hazardous due to their history of large, destructive eruptions and proximity to populated areas. Among them are Rainier, Sakurajima, Vesuvius, and Santorini. 2. Volcanic activity has several warning signs. According to the USGS'S Volcano Hazards Program, volcanologists keep an eye out for ground movements caused by magma forcing its way upward through solid rock, earthquakes resulting from this heaving, and changes in heat output and volcanic gases. Other indicators include cracks in the ground, small steam explosions, melting snow, and the appearance of new hot springs. 3. The most volatile area of Earth is a circle of volcanoes called the Ring of Fire. Located at the rim of the Pacific Basin, the so-called Ring of Fire is a nearly continuous chain of oceanic trenches and hundreds of volcanoes spanning some 25,000 miles. That's home to 75% of the world's volcanic activity, with some 452 volcanoes, active and dormant, 90% of the world's earthquakes, and 22 of the 25 biggest volcanic eruptions in the last 11,700 years. 4. There are 3 types of volcanic eruptions. Magmatic eruptions involve the decompression of gas within magma that propels it forward. Phreatic eruptions are driven by the heat from magma creating superheated steam. Phreatomagmatic eruptions are caused by the interaction of water and magma. There are several ways of volcanic eruption: flying shrapnel, scalding hot seawater, falling into a lava tube, poisonous gases, and volcanic smog, or VOG, can do in. 5. An early 19th century volcanic eruption in the Pacific changed the world. Gillen Darcy Wood argues in his book Tambora, The Eruption That Changed the World, that the 1815 eruption of the Mount Tambora on the Indonesian island of Sumbawa, which created a massive sulfate dust cloud that fundamentally altered the planet's climate for 3 years, led to such diverse impacts as the first worldwide cholera pandemic, expanded opium markets in China, the US's first economic depression, and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. 6. Wawa Springs sounds cute, but it was actually a prehistoric supervolcano. One of the biggest eruptions ever occurred about 30 million years ago in what is today eastern Nevada and western Utah, when a supervolcano threw 3,500 cubic kilometers of magma over an area of about 12,000 square miles. The eruption left behind deposits of debris 13,000 feet deep. Consider that the 1883 eruption of Krakatau, in Indonesia, was heard thousands of miles away, and yet it was a minor burp compared to Wawa Springs, of 8 eruption. 7. The USGS'S all-time best-selling map features volcanoes. This dynamic planet features more than 1,500 volcanoes, 44,000 earthquakes, and 170 impact craters, as well as the major, minor, and microtectonic plates whose movement creates these features. About 60 of Earth's 550 historically active volcanoes blow every year. 8. Sharks like to hang out in a Pacific volcano. In 2015, scientists recorded video of sharks happily swimming around in the acidic, hot, ash and gas-filled waters near the Cavachí underwater volcano in the Solomon Islands, which is a mere 66 feet below the surface. This suggests extremophiles may be even more diverse than we thought. 9. A 2010 volcanic eruption in Iceland delayed flights for weeks. The Eyjafjallajökull volcano began erupting on April 14, 2010 and didn't stop for 6 weeks, spewing magma, ash, and gas. Planes were grounded across Europe. Though the eruption was a small one, it had an outsized impact because it spread unusually far and stayed for an unexpectedly long time in the atmosphere thanks to the irregular shape of the tiny porous ash grains, as Live Science reports. 10. NASA is training people for life on Mars on one of Earth's active volcanoes. For several years, NASA has been simulating life on Mars on the slopes of Hawaii's Mauna Loa volcano, one of the decade volcanoes. Each year, a small team of adventurers who meet the basic qualifications for the NASA astronaut program live in a solar-powered geodesic dome. If they want to go outside, they have to put on spacesuits. Still beats trying to escape poisonous gases and pyroclastic flows. Thanks for watching the video. Please let us know what you think about the video. If you like the video, send it to your friends. Do not forget to subscribe us and turn on the bell of Hana Fact channel.